Hi, everybody. Miss G here. Welcome to our final week of statistics. That is so exciting. I hope that you guys are excited as I am, because I am really, really excited to start this summer. Let's look at what's going on this week. So in the agenda, you'll see that there are no readings. There's no lecture videos for you to view or watch because we finished the curriculum. Yay! So exciting. Okay, so what do we have left? I have a class assignment. It's called Hypothesis Testing Scavenger Hunt, and it's basically where you're going to practice one of each of the 7 hypothesis tests that we learned over the last several weeks. It is a very good way to review for the final test because the final test only covers chapters 9 through 11, and it will be basically 7 questions. So when we're talking about the scavenger hunt, we'll go ahead and talk about the final exam as well. So 7 questions on both the scavenger hunt and on the exam. There will be one of each type of question. There will be one z-test, one t-test, one prop z-test. There will be one 2-sample t-test. There will be one 2-prop z-test. There will be one paired t-test, and there will be one chi-squared test. If you've been doing the RGuru or using RGuru instead of the calculator to do the tests, if you look at the hypothesis test slides, you'll see a slide where I give the equivalents of those 7 tests that I just listed and what they look like in RGuru. Anyway, so for the hypothesis testing scavenger hunt, it will be a really great way to practice for the actual exam. So there's also a review for test 4. It is a required assignment, so you get 1 point for every 6 minutes you spend, up to 60 minutes, which will give you your full credit of 10 points. So definitely work on that review. And then outside of that, the only other things that we have to do are completing our test 4, which opens at midnight tonight. So Tuesday morning at midnight, it opens. It closes on Friday, May 13th at 11:59. And you need to use HonorLock for it. So if you have not practiced with HonorLock, then you want to go back to week 11 and practice that HonorLock assignment, because that's how you'll know. You'll be able to work out all the kinks. If you are having trouble with HonorLock, these are the people that have already tried it and contacted me. You have to have this test has to be proctored, because you have to have at least one test for online classes at FCC that are proctored, and we're using this one. So if you are having issues with HonorLock and we are unable to figure it out, then the other option is for you to come to campus and take the test with me. But we need to know ahead of time if you need to do that, so that we can schedule a time when we will both be here. So jump on that, figure that out. Thank you to those that have already attempted to take the HonorLock practice assessment, and we've already worked things out. So I'm basically speaking to those of you who skipped that assignment back in week 11. Then we have our final project. And so anybody that turned in the rough draft by the 6th, that was Friday, I have graded. I've given, hopefully, what you'll see is very thorough feedback for you to go back and make corrections, additions, adjustments. And if you have questions, definitely reach out and let me know. I am still here in my office, B206, all week. Definitely will be here Tuesday and Thursday from 1 o'clock to 3:30 if anybody wants to pop by for that. You can also make an appointment to meet me via Zoom if you don't want to come all the way to campus. But yes, I am happy to lend my support. All you have to do is ask. I actually got to meet one of you guys, one of your classmates, this past week, so that was pretty awesome. That I got to meet one more person. So far in person, I've met a handful of you guys. So I would love for you guys to pop by if you need help, or just to say hi, just so I could meet you in person. Oh, and then homework. There's no new homework homework is just finishing up. So when you click on this link here for Newton homework, it just takes you to all of the homework. Let's just quickly look at the week 13 folder so you can see what the scavenger hunt is. Here's the scavenger hunt. It's basically, you just use the little arrows here and go through the slides. And then you'll be able to see there'll be one of each type of test. Again, Z-test, T-test, one prop Z-test, etc., etc. And so each test has a title at the top. And so on the, let me show you, this is what the sheet looks like. So there's a recording sheet you print out. And so when you do, let's say the T-test, whatever that one is, you put the title of it in the blank, and then you fill out the other pieces. So the null, the alternate, the p-value, reject or fail to reject the null, conclusion. And then there's a place for input values, whether you're inputting it into the calculator or into RGuru. But that's what you do. You'll find, you'll read the test on the slide, figure out which one it belongs to. Let's say it's a 2 prop Z test. So you would move to this part of the sheet and fill that in. Okay. Where it says confidence intervals on any of these, you can skip. You do not have to do the confidence intervals for these. Just worry about the p-value, conclusion, and whether you failed to reject the null or not. And then when you're finished with it, you click here on turn in here, and that's where you turn it in. And then we've got, if you click on test 4, you've got the review. So if you click on the review, you can review for the test. Again, 1 hour of review time equals 10 points for the assignment. So make sure you do that. You can see this is kind of grayed out. And it says it'll be available May 10th at 12 a.m. So tonight at midnight. This test will open. It says read each question carefully, answer all parts of the question. You must provide explanations for each question in order to receive credit. No explanation equals no credit. Really the only thing that you are doing here is you're going to run a test and find the p-value. That's the only thing that you need a calculator or RGuru for. So you want to explain, which kind of test you're running, what input values you put in, what you clicked or checked, blah, blah, blah. What's your p-value? You can also, if you're using RGuru, you can copy and paste the tests that you run into a Word document and upload that for your work. That's completely fine. RGuru, by the way, is a website that is allowed when you do your exam. That's the only website that is allowed other than Blackboard. The test is on Blackboard, by the way, rather than in Newton. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully you're watching this, but we did not use any kind of formulas for this. We went straight technology all the way. So I shouldn't see any crazy formulas that we didn't learn how to do in this class on your test. I should not see it. Okay. So if I see it, that's going to flag me to think that, hey, maybe they are, borrowing some answers or some work from different websites. So work the problems like you learn how to work them in this class. And again, we didn't use formulas or anything, so I shouldn't see those as your work. And then you would turn in your explanations right here. All right, what else? So outside of that, it's just the final project. And so you will turn completed projects in right here. Here is the list again. You get 10 points for me approving your question and data set, which most of you've already done. 10 points for the introduction. Just make sure you answer all of these questions. 30 points for your data exploration. So basically, if you go through this, you need either, 2 or 3. You can either create a table to display your data. This is more like for the people that have qualitative data and you can't really do mean and standard deviation and all of that for your data, so you can do a table. But if you have numerical data, you want to do like 5-number summary, mean, outliers, and that kind of thing. And then you want to do at least 2 graphs. And then for each of those 3 things, either the table or the number summary, you want to do a commentary. You want to do a commentary for each of the 2 graphs. So basically, think 10 points for each thing. 10 points for the number summary or the table with its commentary. 10 points for graph 1 with its commentary. 10 points for graph 2 and its commentary. Part 3, this is your hypothesis test. So basically there are 10 items that you need to do. So think 4 points each for each of those. And then there's a conclusion and reflections. So just, you can answer those questions. Anything you feel like, any takeaways are really good in this section, and that's worth 10 points. Anyway, so you want to turn that in no later than the last day of the semester, which is Friday, May 13th at 11:59, which is coming up fairly quickly. And that's it. That's the very last thing that you have to do. So if you have questions about anything, reach out, email me, come by my office, B206, right outside the STEM Center. You will find me. If you need to make an appointment to take your test with me in person because of, for whatever reason, the options are our guru or me proctoring it, you need to contact me ASAP so that we can schedule a time for that. But no one has to come in if you're using the Honor Lock. And if you want to, like I said, if you want to make sure that Honor Lock is working for you, go into week 11 and do that Honor Lock assignment and make sure that it works for you. Okay, so I'm not going to babble anymore. I'm sure that you guys are ready to get started on this week if you haven't started already. And have a great last week. It has been a pleasure. I have enjoyed our class. I've enjoyed our data talk discussions, and I've enjoyed meeting the few of you that have popped by my doorway. And anytime my office is open, you're welcome to pop by next semester and say hello and introduce yourself, especially if I didn't formally meet you in person, and let me know how things are going. All right. So have a great week, and hopefully I'll hear from you guys at some point this week or at some point. Okay, I'm rambling. I'm really gonna go. Okay, bye.